is marked up on the edge of the penalty area. About Risa. An excellent distributor of the ball. It's one of the many qualities he possesses. He's won the full of the national team's eye. Midfield. Cuisance. Back for Lens. So it's Hakimi. And now Doué. Trying to straight away. Followed by Cuisance. And it's Gagnou. In the middle of the pitch. Area. And tucks it behind. Just 21 years old alongside the 18-year-old Kylian Antonio. A lot of youth in that back three. Hakimi to Desiré Doué. Doué picks his way area, lays it off. He was looking for Kvaratskhelia, just perhaps can reach it. To forward down the left-hand side. Below that, now Gagnou. Getting forward. So that Gagnou still going. It was a good run from the defender. Just broke down on the edge of the penalty area. And here comes Kliouche wide to Doué, and then pass from Desiré Doué just too far. The future Kvaratskhelia. Many refer to these sorts of games between cup winners and league winners is glorified pre-season. Tell that to the Arsenal supporters from earlier on today. And these PSG fans on their side of the trophy over Aston Villa. Cruise to that winner. 3-0 winners, Weston, Odegaard the goal scorers. Right, one off from the off this evening in northern France. That'll be a foul on the far side. It's Abdul Hamid, the Saudi Arabian international infringement. Out to the right side for Doué, juggles it on his chest on the touchline. There's Pacho. Vitinha. Bypasses Kliouche to feed Kvaratskhelia. Now it's Kliouche looking for Gadin. He's been dispossessed. Hamid. Tovan forwards. Simo tries to break away out to the right hand side. It's really good. Contact, a little nutmeg. PSG have it back. Kliouche. Ronaldo. Kvaratskhelia beaten away by Risa. Called into action for the first time. Robin Risa, then another one flashes across his goal. This one was always sweet though. Well, there was a 23-man squad selected by Luis Enrique to travel here to Lens. So two players not on the match sheet or the substitutes bench are Bradley Barcola and Ibrahim Mbaye. Barcola has been linked with a departure from the Parc des Princes. Watching on from the stand, the Bollaert-Delelis, Hakimi, Kliouche. Vitinha. Turn from Desiré Doué. Kvaratskhelia. Vitinha. Hakimi. Kliouche. Gadin. Screws that past Abdul Hamid. They'll find Seamer here. Moved off to Nawrocki. And here comes Udall bursting forward. Early cross. It's too close to Safonov. Well, Matthew Udall wasted little time getting forward. On his left-hand side, he whipped that in. Son Edouard for Lens. 14 goals from last season. Started his career at PSG. Son Edouard. A bit of an injury in the warm-up game against Sunderland last weekend. But pretty confident he'll be fit for the start of the domestic season next weekend. Kvaratskhelia. Zavani. Hakimi. Hakimi back to Zavani, across to William Pasho. Pasho to his left is Luca Dean. Floated down the left-hand side, lovely little back heel from Kvaratskhelia, almost impetuous from the Georgian. Won't find Luca Dean yellow. Tovan ran into trouble, turned into the challenge of Kvaratskhelia and to recover. In doing so, he's pulled down Magnus Agliush. There's a new man in the dugout for Lens. For the pedigree, top roller. Taking over for PSG, who was attracted to the bright lights of the English top flight with Crystal Palace as they look to themselves to replace Oliver Glasner. And surprise, surprise, it's another Eintracht Frankfurt manager that's come to the door at Lens. And it's Frankfurt to a third-place Bundesliga finish 2 seasons ago. Taken short by Hakimi, back to Doué. He's got time to pick his spot. He's all the way across the face of goal, away by Ganyu! And the follow-up from Kvaratskhelia was always slicing wide of the far post. Desiree Doué had all the time in the world, wasn't closed down quick enough. Ganyu was stretching in front of Ilya Zavani. Doué. Here's Vitinha. Kicked away. Kvaratskhelia dropping deep. Actually, she's ostensibly the number 9, but it's really a false 9 position. Here he is here on the right-hand side. He's got Hakimi on his outside, still going. Akliouche tried to go alone. Tight pokes out to play for a goal kick. And it's resolute thus far. It's the 4th time these two sides have contested a final. First time since 1998 that they've been involved in this one. PSG have won all 3 previous appearances. Lens have been active in the transfer window, just as PSG have. Torgan Hazard has returned for an emotional arrival back at Lens 14 years after his last appearance. They got back in the 2011-12 campaign. It's Toban harassing Zaire-Emery and lunging in a little too. It's Cuisance with the challenge that's been pulled up by the referee. He's in a bit of a pickle there, Warren Zaire-Emery. Zabani into the middle for Vitinha. Vitinha for Warren Zaire-Emery. Just got the ball trapped under his feet, but can still smuggle it out to the right-hand side for Achraf Hakimi. Vitinha. Zaire-Emery. Zabani. Kvaratskhelia. Unmistakable silhouette with the socks rolled down near his ankles. Pacho. Vitinha. Hakimi. Inside. Vitinha, little back heel. Can't find that Kliouche. Zabani. Yeah, Pacho. Kvaratskhelia. To Beraldo. Kvaratskhelia. Vitinha looking for Kvaratskhelia again. Cuisance gets in there to win it back. Hakimi, 25 yards from goal here. PSG. Beraldo, Luca Dean crossing position into the near post. It's got gathered by Robin Reset. Wasn't too far away from the forehand of Desiree Doué though. Bright start from Lens, but it's all Paris now. 16 minutes gone. Lens 0, PSG 0. The yellow and red flags continue to wave around this iconic, compact little ground. Say little, 48,000 in here. The Bollaert-Delelis. Another set piece as well, PSG. Vitinha. So long diagonal. It's actually quite central. Really disappointing from Vitinha. How about Reset? Hold on to it now. Volleys a long ball downfield. What a pass that is. Udall on towards Ivanovic. Holds the ball up, Pacho snapping at his heels. Ivanovic's cross. Well, the flag is up on Ivanovic. He is offside, but shows what Robin Reser can do. Like a laser, just pinged out to that left-hand side. The touch wasn't too bad for Mathieu Diol as well, to be honest. Zaire-Emery. Zabani. Hakimi. Doué. Back to Pacho. Bit of a swagger to the way PSG are going about things. Kvaratskhelia to the centre circle now. Zaire Emery finds Doué. Hakimi. Zabani. Dean. Vitinha. Such an important link between the midfield and defence. Comes to curtain the ball for the defenders, sometimes lace it off to them. It's all ticking over in the middle of the park as Saad Abdelhamid is caught. PSG sandwich. Doué. Pacho. Mikadine. To William Pacho. Quite the atmosphere. Zaire Emery. Zabani. Spun out to the left-hand side for Vitinha. Step over from Kvaratskhelia. Vitinha lurking in the far corner of the penalty area. Pacho. Zabani. Good ball from the Ukrainian. Finds Beraldo. Bumped off of it by Rudol. Turned into space. The referee says that's a foul. Soft one. The set piece is one for the right hand side. Again, it's going to be Vitinha. They didn't make the most of the last one. It's just trying to find himself a little spot. Here's Doué. It was short. Doué to the byline, across the face of goal. It was Abdelhamid in the way. Come back at them quickly though, Lons. Dean, he has to turn back. Good pressure of Seaman. Forces it back to midfield Safonov. Akliush. Pacho. William Pacho again. Zabani. Deep. Kvaratskhelia. Just a misunderstanding between Beraldo and Kvaratskhelia. Again. Not a bad turn. Ivanovic. He's just run straight into Dean. Abdelhamid with a first time cross. It's poked away by Vitinha on the edge of the penalty area. No foul on Kvaratskhelia. To Traoui. Tova. Ivanovic, Tovan, edge of the box for Seema, tried to let it run. Stepping away with it is Zaire Emery. Vitinha, Doué. Trying to create something on the counter. Spreads it to the opposite side of the pitch for Akliush. Zaire Emery finds Kvaratskhelia. defended in the end by Abdul Hamid. His puissance. Towards Seamer on halfway. Drops it over, and there's some space down the left-hand side. Getting forward is Ivanovic. Shifted onto his right. Just showed too much of it to Beraldo, who slides in and wins it back. Just as he was about to pull the trigger there, Ivanovic had it taken away from him. It's Kvaratskhelia. Long range. Straight down, recess throw. Abdul Hamid. Tova. A bit too long. Safanov will juggle with his chest before dropping it with his hands, bowling out to Luka Dean. Genius ball. Runs away from Doué. Puissance. To the goalkeeper Risa. Udo. Ganyu. Able to lift it over Vitinha. Ilya Zabani. Doué down the right. To Zabani. Pacho. Vitinha. Lifted down the left-hand side. Liush. Emery. Hakimi right-hand side. Zaire Emery. And Vitinha finds Kvaratskhelia. Vitinha. Pacho. Liush. For Hakimi. Zaire Emery. Vitinha. Lucadine. He's going to Vitinha. Relentless here, Paris. Just keeping the ball moving left to right and back again. Hakimi for Doué. Warren Zaire Emery. Akliush. Right. Zaire Emery. Hakimi for Akliush. Turns on it. Just inside the box. Finds Doué. Nice little pirouette. Gets his shot away, but there's too many in the way in front of him. Zabani. Hakimi. Switch of play. Finds Luka Dean on the opposite flank. Vitinha. Kvaratskhelia. Zaire Emery. Akliush. Doué tries the back heel. It's a nice idea. Mathieu Udol read it. Can clear the danger. Seamer unable to keep it on the left-hand side for Lens. Zabani. Shifted forward, taken down by Desiree Doué. Beraldo. Awkward touch from Luka Dean. Flicked past him by Abdul Hamid, who's taken a blow to the midriff as Luka Dean tried to close him down or win it back. The referee's given it as a foul. Coming together more than anything. Just a throw in from the far side. Abdul Hamid. up near halfway is Cuisance. Mathieu Udol. Another early delivery. Flicked away by Zabani. Abdul Hamid. Deflection. Oh, the retreating figure of Vitinha. Puts it behind for a corner. Could have gone anywhere though. Wasn't far away from ending up in the back of the net. Corner for Lens. Moving forward. Tauvin towards the near post. Safanov came, didn't get to it. Ancho did though. That's laid off by Akliouche. It's with Hakimi on the right hand side. Akliouche. It was clever from Akliouche, but well read by Gagnou. Antonio finds Tauvin. 50-yard diagonal ball from the teenager. And he gets a thumbs up from the Lens skipper. Being sliding in, conceding the throw-in taken by Tauvin. Abdul Hamid. Gagnou. Nawrocki. Udol. Cuisance. Reset. On the left-hand side, so Udol challenged with Hakimi. Nawrocki. Gagnou. Switched out to the right-hand side. Abdul Hamid cushions it down. Here's Tauvin. Getting towards the near post. It's Acho with the clearing header. Nawrocki. Ivanovic to Udol. Sima lost sight of it. It bounced off his shoulder. Udol. Shooting chance. Oh, it's tucked into the back post. It's Florian Tauvin. It was definitely a shot from Mathieu Udol, which was always slicing wide, but there's Florian Tauvin. Totally unmarked. It's a cross that became a shot. It's the first time, really, that Lens have had the ball for a while since those opening exchanges. He's being played on side by Ilya Zabani on the near side. It was mishit by Mathieu Udol. Abdallah Sima does really well. Didn't know where the ball was for a moment, but still manages to use his body to shield it. That set up the chance for Udol, which in turn gave Florian Tauvin a chance that a man of his standards was always going to take. Well, first goal of the game, and it's gone Lens' way, and there's a problem for William Pacho as well, to just rub salt into the Paris Saint-Germain wounds. PSG just having a word with the referee. Maybe just asking the question if Abdallah Sima used an elbow. The stadium didn't really need much more to generate more of an atmosphere, but They've got what they wanted. Early goal from Florian Thauvin, recently installed as captain. Hernandez is warming up. This problem continues. Pavlovsky gets it away. He's gone looking for Seema. Ronaldo takes it back to Zavani. Picked on by Kvaratskhelia. Skipping was Gagné. Luis Enrique having a word with the coaches on his bench. Show. This seems to be patched up. Sokolov's clearance. He's right in the air by Kvaratskhelia, but again, just off to Ismail Gagné. Reset. Seema back to Ivanovic. The space down the right hand side for Abdul Hamid. He'll catch up with it. He's overcooked the cross. So Mishku goes behind. It'll be a goal kick. Well, the final 10 minutes of this first half. Despite some Parisian dominance, has gone to the lead. Well, that's amazing to see Florian Thauvin on the score sheet. Rudol. Antonio. He was being fouled by Akliouche, but the referee disagrees. Titlaoui moves it on. Now Abdul Hamid again. Lovely footwork. Thauvin. Ivanovic. Antonio. Yeah, all the way back to reset. This is Abdul Hamid. It's through to Seema now down the right hand side. Udol across the back post. He wasn't found by Adil Seema. We'll just pause things. Florian Thauvin remains down. Suggested to the referee was caught by an arm. Indication that he means in a malicious way, but we'll have a little look. No, actually, Lucas Beraldo didn't play the ball. He did stretch his arm out and seemed to catch Thauvin in the neck. That one will be called. There's a red card. Jeremy Pignard has shown a red card. It's Kylian Antonio. Seemed to come out of nowhere. A huge call from the referee. Magnus Akliouche is down. Florian Thauvin pleading the case of his young colleague. Let's have a little look. He's gone sliding in with his stud showing. He's won the ball initially, Kylian Antonio. The momentum has carried him into Akliouche. Doesn't even seem particularly high, you know. I feel it's a harsh decision. He's distraught Kylian Antonio. Florian Thauvin continues to complain about the decision. It's certainly changed the game, the whole complexion of it. Young talent has to walk off down the tunnel. That's certainly my opinion. I think the referee's got that one wrong. The decision stands. There's no clear or obvious mistake. So Antonio will play no further part, and Lens will play at least 50 minutes with his Kvaratskhelia. Daniel was beaten. Sima dispossessed by Oren Zaire-Emery. Antonio was playing as one of that back three. They've just shifted to a back four. Looks like Udol's just tucked in. And Abdallah Sima is taken over at left wing back from Udol. Zaire-Emery slashes onto a ball. Toss into the 18-yard box. For him, missing a number of defenders as well, Lens, and that's not going to help their cause. Stefanov to Lukadin. Vitinha. Skirting around the edge of the centre circle. Now Akliouche. Doué. Followed by Sima. Just trying to reach round and get a toe to the ball. But, you know, Topmüller has been shown a yellow card by the referee. Hakimi for Doué. Dancing feet of the dazzling Frenchman. Effective at the moment, Hakimi. Much more direct. Same result. Into Udol. Here's Ivanovic. From Benfica, Akliouche. Killed by Hakimi. Vitinha scoops one over the back line. Can Akliouche keep it in? He does. Sima slides in. kick. Assistant referee had a good sight of it, says the last touch came off by Delelis. Corner, Desiree Doué to deliver for PSG. Towards the back post, kicked away by Udol. Here's Vitinha. Touch was too heavy. It's Abdul Hamid who wins it back. Now Cuisance. It's a good ball to find Abdul Hamid. The touch though let him down. Kvaratskhelia on the left-hand side getting forward now. But we see a goal before half-time from Paris Saint-Germain. The red card seems to have given them an injection of pace, of confidence. Zabani, Doué. Brodsky. His body well. Here's Thauvin. Moving to 3 minutes of added time. Thauvin fouled. Just need to go into the dressing room, reset, reorganise and steel themselves for it's going to be a tough 45 minutes. They can get through to the end of this half unscathed. On the left-hand side, Sima. Only finds Zabani with Safonov. Zabani. Hakimi. Doué. Vitinha. Beraldo. Kvaratskhelia. Dean. Kvaratskhelia back to Lucas Beraldo. Now Vitinha. Zabani to Hakimi. Hakimi for Doué. It's not a foul on the edge of the penalty area. It's Cuisance. Sima. Doué step down. Nawrotsky. Gagnou. Abdul Hamid unable to keep it, but Gagnou will win it back. Nawrotsky. By Robert Marissa. Cushioned down by Vitinha. Two is left for Lucadine. Hakimi. Doué. Tries to take on Sima, who's done well there, Abdallah Sima. Cuisance. Given away, Doué. Off the woodwork from the tightest of angles. Lucadine. That's away by Nawrotsky. It was Udol who lost possession in his own box. Didn't prove to be costly for Lens in the end. Still might though before the end of the half. Vitinha. Hakimi. Round one up, is out to Doué. Left-footed ball. That's away by Nawrotsky. Now Cuisance takes a touch and the referee blows the whistle for half-time. Well, it has been the Paris Saint-Germain show in many ways, dominating the possession with a lot of the ball. They haven't really created too many chances. That one right on the stroke of half-time from Desiree Doué, rattling the woodwork, was the closest they've come to getting on the score sheet. But one team who has got on the score sheet is Lens. Florian Thauvin latching onto a miss-hit Mathieu Udol shot to tap Lens in after 32 minutes. But the big moment of the game has come when the red card was produced for Kylian Antonio, sliding in with Magnus Sakaliou. It looked a harsh decision, and Having seen it a few times since, I probably stick by that opinion. However, they've got a long way to go now. Both PSG and Lens. Paris to be confident they can find a goal in this. A reminder as well that if it is level after 90 minutes, there will be no extra time. We'll go straight to penalties. Can Lens hold out for the full 90? Will PSG blow them away? Will it be a famous victory for the team in yellow and red? We'll find out in 15 minutes' time as the second half gets underway. But at half-time, in Lens, it is Lens 1, Paris Saint-Germain 0.
Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok.
Welcome back. The second half underway in Lens. They lead by a goal to 0, but are down to 10. Florian Thauvin tapping in after a miss-hit. Mathieu Udol cross after just half an hour, but 7 minutes later they lost Gillian Antonio to a contentious red card decision. Paris have dominated possession. The momentum of the game has been with them for the majority of tonight's game. There's a long way to go, 45 minutes. You'd expect PSG to find a goal at some point this evening, which means if it is all square after 90 minutes, as you mentioned, just before half-time, it will go straight to penalties. No extra time in this curtain raiser before the season starts. A change as well, just to bolster that back line after the departure of Antonio. Ruben Aguilar has come on for Franjo Ivanovic. Florian Thauvin was caught. Paris Saint-Germain throw in though. Beraldo. Hakimi. Kliush. We can talk you through those lineups. Now, after that change, it's Van Rieser in goal for Lens, Udol and Abdul Hamid, the two wing backs. The back three now is the Nawrocki, Gagnou, and the new man Aguilar, Cuisance and Titraoui, with Thauvin trying to support Seema. To do it all, a man down. Sakimi, Vitinha, Kvaratskhelia. Tries to get his shot away, charged out. There's Dean, too close to the goalkeeper as he feeds that into the 6-yard box. Kvaratskhelia gone hobbling away as well. And that's where the extra man will tell. Kvaratskhelia sucks defenders across. And offered the space for Lucadini, couldn't make the most of that position though. Get up. Towards Seema, bounces away from him to Lucas Beraldo. Safanov, Hakimi, Zabani, Pacho and Dean, the defensive unit for PSG to Zaire Emery, Vitinha and Beraldo across the middle, Doué and Kvaratskhelia wide of Magnus Akliouche, who on paper is down as the number 9. He hasn't really occupied that position at all this evening. He's been more of a, what you call a false 9. He's played everywhere really, probably in defence. Kvaratskhelia, Vitinha, Pacho, Zabani. Hakimi to the byline, a high ball towards the back post. Lucadini cushions it back. It's behind Kvaratskhelia, bounces up and away from him. Drops it to Vitinha, tries to place it. Sat quite nicely for him. Lost his balance. He was just leaning back as he hit it. Saw it float over the VAR. Reserve, Seema with the header. Ball's bouncing towards Safanov, who can loop it away towards Kvaratskhelia on this right-hand side. PSG playing from left to right now. Zakarian. Ganyu. Followed by Titraoui. Abdulhamid. Tovan. Titraoui. Shots on. It's on his left foot. Really connects at all. Ganyu wins it back. Cuisance does well. Back to him from Seema. Crowded out. But there's Seema again to win it back. Udall. To the penalty area. Udall. Sorry to take it on himself, right-footed. It's over the crossbar from just outside the penalty area. Titraoui coming to the fore in the opening stage of this second half. It was a quiet first half, the Algerian. It's not his most expensive summer recruit. €8 million switch from Charleroi in Belgium. Reset. Down the left-hand side for Seema. Good landing. He's back on his feet. Balls with Vitinha. And find Hakimi. That clears outside him. She's time for Douay. Mr. Titraoui. Down the left-hand side, Seema putting Pacho under pressure. Settled himself and found a route back to Safanov. Goals to Florian Tovan last year. He was off the mark in this called Super Cup final. Trophy contested by the Cup champions against the League champions. Exactly, is closed down by Ganyu. PSG playing towards their travelling support. Right to our left. Delivery. Swinger towards the near post, away by Nawrodzki. Tovan is fouled as he tried to carry it clear. Luca Dean with the challenge. What he was doing there, Florian Tovan. Just waiting for the contact. It was forthcoming. Right, reset. On the right to Abdulhamid. Bounced off Luca Dean. On the end of the delivery. Could control it. It's throwing. Vitinha in a wide position. Ronaldo, Vitinha for Hakimi. Trying to work the space. Udall to snip it away. Pacho. Kvaratskhelia. That's a lovely pass to Vitinha in the penalty area. Vitinha eased out of the way. And the flag goes up on Vitinha. Just a flick of the outside of a right boot from Kvaratskhelia, and suddenly there were panic stations in the Lens back line. Seemed a little bit too good to be true. Vitinha had gone slightly early. Reset, done by Udall, looking for Seema. There's Pacho for PSG. Zabani. Nacho. Zaire Emery. Hakimi. Kliush. Off by Gagnou. Robin Rissa. And Tatraoui. To Gagnou inside his own box. It's forward to Sima. Trying to hold off Zabani. It's very good hold-up play by Abdallah Sima. Brodsky wins a throw-in. Udon takes it on early. It's Tova. They'll win the throw-in, corner I should say. Tackled by Ilya Zabani. These are the lifeblood of Lens in this second half, you think. Set pieces, their only real route. They're struggling to get out. Open play. For the delivery. There's Gagnou rising. He got their first shot from the edge of the box. It was Cuisance into the arms of Safarov. Won't have seen it until pretty late. Just emerged from behind Vitinha and Akliush. It's Abdul Hamid. Tatraoui. Nevrotsky. Udon. Cuisance. Tatraoui can't force it through. Lens lose out in the midfield. Here's Kvaratskhelia, can come away with the ball, bustling his way past challenges. It's not past Gagnou though. Geraldo. Zaire Emery. Doué. Zaire Emery. Casual. Desiree Doué. Spin it back. Tatraoui. Tatraoui. This is out Geraldo. And there's Gagnou. Once again, a really important challenge. Getting Lens forward. Sima trying to stay on side. Inside to Turvan. Takes it off from a long way out. Oh, he's swinging wide. For a moment, looked like it might be heading goalwards. Gagnou's having quite a game for Lens in the heart of their back line. Oh, so put up that opportunity for Lens. Dean. Pacho. Zabani. Hakimi. Kliush. Hakimi. Kliush. Ronaldo, his pass is over it. PSG have the cavalry ready. Dembele, Ruiz and Nuno Mendes all stripped off and waiting on the touchline. Bad trio to be able to bring on. Scratch of the head from Tottenham. As you can tell with this, Dean looks like he's heading towards the touchline. It's going to be Lucatin to be replaced by Nuno Mendes. Beraldo replaced by Fabian Ruiz, a World Cup winner with Spain. Dembele is going to replace Magnus Akliush. difficult game, Akliush. Takes some time to getting up to speed into this system. He certainly fits in. That's what Luis Enrique was talking about in terms of the recruits. They have Ferran Torres, who's recently signed for the club. He's not involved this evening, though. Luis Enrique talked about his delight of scored that winning goal a few weeks ago. To the ranks. It's a shot from a long way out from Nuno Mendes. His first involvement. Bit of a sight at Portuguese defender. Now a play. Still no change to the scoreline since the 30th minute. Lens 1, PSG 0. 10 men of the cup winners. Still clinging on to that slender lead. Tovan. Ruiz. Captured by Hakimi on the right. Doué. Falling into midfield for Vitinha. Now Fabian Ruiz. Kvaratskhelia. Mendes. Back heel. Ruiz. Doué. Another back heel. Nuno Mendes. Can he bundle it home? Robin Risa spread himself and got in the way. Kvaratskhelia. Substitutes involved. Mendes. All linking up. Ruiz to Hakimi. Dembele stepping in off the right-hand side. Wrecked one left-footed. Charles wide, far post. The referee's had enough of Robin Risa taking quite so long with these goal kicks. So the top receiver, he might get on the end of this, you know. Tovan. He won't stay on despite his best efforts. Sima has the pace to challenge the Barnier and Pacho. Where he'll get support in this second half. Tovan popped up just to try and offer something. Ricocheted away from the defenders. Here's Kvaratskhelia. Aguilar. Makes that his in front of Kvaratskhelia. Tovan, lovely pass to Puissance. Now to Traoui. Udol. He's been caught by Desiré Doué. That was a late challenge for Desiré Doué. The yellow card shown to the PSG attacker. Ismail Ganyu. He's trying to make the point to the referee. That's not too dissimilar to the tackle that saw Kylian Antonio dismissed. He's trying to pull out of it, to be fair to Doué. Already played half of this second period. There comes the change for Lens. It's Dia Vulatovic. Montenegrin international is going to replace Michael Cuisance. Decent game for Cuisance. Vulatovic will offer something slightly different. Slightly more physicality in that midfield area. for his defensive contributions more than his attacking talents. Ability into Bollaert-Delelis, just 19 years of age. Spenders going for it. Able to keep it. Played all 90 minutes against Sunderland last weekend. Did Bollaert-Delelis in that 2-0 defeat to the Black Cats for the season. Ruiz, Desiree Doué. Came early this time. There's Nevrotsky in the way. Zabani. Flicks backwards off of Udall. Hakimi. The pass back cut out. It was back by Bollaert-Delelis for a goal kick, a corner. Wasted that PSG. It was won by Lens, the pass though. Too far ahead of Tova from Titraoui. Shafanov. Kvaratskhelia. Mendes. He's a left back, but you wouldn't know it from his involvement tonight. It's pretty much a 2-3-5 now for PSG, with Mendes widest on the left-hand side. Ruiz on the edge of the penalty area. Vitinha. Nacho. Zabani. Dembele. Vitinha left of centre, approaching the edge of the penalty area. Laid off to Kvaratskhelia, tried to turn away. Titraoui takes it away. He was back by Georgian. Goes to Titraoui. Baying for a booking for Kvaratskhelia. Minutes remaining. 14 shots so far from PSG. Mendes' effort just a few moments ago, probably the closest they've come, especially in the second half, as Abdul Hamid gets to the byline. Actually, Sinner cross into the penalty area. Looks like Hamid stepping into the centre forward role, as he likes to do as well. Mayulu is going to come on shortly for PSG. Sancho. Vitinha. Doué. Way out. Like it might have troubled Risa. He's pulled his hand away as that all started to rise over the crossbar. Off goes Kvaratskhelia. Sene Mayulu. 20-year-old academy product. Only 3 minutes against Aston Villa 4 days ago. A little bit more tonight. They continue to add to the attacking talents out on the pitches. One of the most potent of them, Desiree Doué. Volotsky hounding him. Stojanovic as well, snapping at the heels. Ruiz. Zavani touches it into the feet of Hakimi. Here's Doué. Vitinha. Pacho. Ruiz. Yulo just caught on his heels. Trying to get forward, Thauvin. To look a little tired there. Talisman, Florian Thauvin. Vitinha. Dembele. Towards the near post. Gagné there. Mayulu was there as well. He kept it in. As Rissa didn't look all that decisive. Rissa has stayed down. I think he was just caught by the follow-through of Mayulu. Saw an occupational hazard of goalkeeping and throw yourself right in the line of danger. It's all right to continue. It's our PSG as they keep the ball moving here in his head to circle with Pacho. Now Mendes. Ruiz. Mendes. Vitinha. Hakimi. Doué, back to Hakimi. On the right-hand side at the moment, PSG. Back into the middle for Pacho. Vitinha. Spreads it to the left for Desiree Doué. Doué looks for Zaire Emery. Dispossessed by, yes, that man again. Gagné, but he's given it away. Doué. Dembele. And he's made amends, throwing himself in the way. He's Simmer. Left-hand side, held up by Zavani. Onto it really well as Adela Sima. Trying to find a teammate to relinquish the ball to. The moment he did, dispossessed Thauvin. Here's Dembele, trademark run, left-footed strike, low save to his left by Robin Rissa. Every time he makes ground on that right-hand side, steps across the face of the penalty area, you know what he's looking to do. He's so good at it. Scored a number of goals in the summer that way. Rissa up to the challenge. Ditadawi dispossessed. Dembele laid off. And for the return pass from Mayulu. It goes up. Tottenham's going to send on some more fresh legs, and they do certainly need it. As Ryan Fofana is going to replace Adela Sima. Another attacker coming on. Try and give them some kind of outlet. Florian Thauvin didn't look a spent force. He's been chasing shadows, especially in the second half. It's his goal that separates the two sides at the moment. It's Mikel Skoraj, the Polish winger who joined from Ghent in the summer, who has come on. By Risa. Safonov. Pacho. Vitinha left of centre, driving PSG forward. Over the top, the flag has stayed down. It's Fabian Ruiz. Oh, the flag is finally up. It was unselfish play from Desiree Doué. It's very, very tight. Aguilar might just be playing him onside on the near side.